Okay, let's do Santa Chordata first, because I think she's the least interesting, so based on description. The state appears to be resting in pieces. Reassemble it. Mysticality 10. Okay, you're pretty sure you got the bones assembled correctly. And then I can just fight him? So I'm just putting the bones back together to fight them? Okay, works. Nope, at the very last minute the bones fly apart again. Seems like all you accomplished is making them angry. Rats. We got the jump on him this time. Okay, Santa Chordata's skull, pelvis, right leg bone, left leg bone, and arm bone. I think skeletons are a little more complicated than that usually, but that's fine. Cool. So I think if I use the shoot nanny skill this time, it's going to be very effective. I stand corrected. Okay, let's I didn't want to do that. Oh, that was the worst. Oh shit. Oh, this is going really badly. I'm going to get my ass kicked. Let's kill this thing first, I guess. And then Gary should reproduce to buy me a little bit of meat shield. So every turn, the skull will buff the rest of the body parts, which means I probably should have killed the skull first. I had no idea that that was going to be the case, but what can I say? There you go. Alright. And it looks like none of these things are actually useful to me in terms of the items. Potentially getting my AP back up would possibly help, but it's much easier for me to just shoot things. So let's kill the skull next if I can, because it's gonna keep buffing everything. Yeah, I've already lost this fight. Yeah, okay. Good lord. Well, so I learned a new strategy for beating this boss, which is I need to kill the skull first. And yep, okay, I got an extra bit of angriness, and I woke up. Yep, okay. So, so I guess we had to. I guess I lost my anger. Oh, interesting. I see how this works. So I can get rid of one of my lives for the day by insulting myself. Oh wow, I can do it twice. So I can either just insult myself in the mirror and put myself down to one life for that day, or I can just naturally get killed. Still, I've already committed myself to being angry at myself, so we'll just deal with that. Some thwack-thwack noises lead you to the sight, and the sight of a goblin chopping down a large cactus. When it sees you, it waves its axe at you threateningly and makes some angry-sounding noises. Hey, it's a human person. Hey, human person, away to going. It's my cactus that's mine and not yours. Talk to it. Hello. Hello, how are you? I will not take your cactus I will not your cactus taking. Good, yes, good, hello. Why are you two chopping a cactus down? Why? What a lot of uses. To building, to burning, to eating, little toothpicks. Trick it out of its meat. Would you like some help cutting these down? Yes, I to thanking. Help, yes, and meat to paying you. Great, you'll have to show me what to do first. To doing. Watch them work. Goblin chops down a cactus to demonstrate, but you don't think you've quite got the idea. So you have him chop down another, and then another. By the time you think you understand, all the cacti are cut. Fortunately, he paid you in advance. I got 26 meat for that? Hold on. Somebody in my chat just told me that if I do the Desert House quest next, I will be able to have a much easier time killing the skeletons. So we'll do that first. You spy an empty whiskey bottle sitting atop a fence post about 60 paces away. Try to shoot it. Alright, got it. I leveled up my mysticality, which is not useful to me to level up, but what can I say? Okay, so we have the dog. What if I talk to Gary? Oh, being careful. Quiet house, angry dog. Gary hoping you are sneaking. I want to not kill everything. Sawdust contains an angry dog. Oh, I can give the dog a bone. Where is it going with this? I have to wonder to myself. With a knick-knack paddywhack, you achieve your aim. The dog begins contentedly gnawing the human femur. Good for him. Alright. I knew that all I needed to do was wait, and it would allow me to eventually, like, pacifist my way through this quest. Not really too sure how to describe it, but as long as you're gonna arrest everybody instead of putting them in jail, I assume that that's worth at least an achievement, or some extra EXP or something. The hinges on this gate are really rusty. If you open it, the guys inside are definitely gonna hear it. Oh, interesting. There's multiple layers to this. So I use an oil can on this. Use the last of the oil in the can on the rusty hinges. The gate swings open easily and silently. Nice. You creep up to the door. You can hear the gang inside. You notice the door jamb is busted, probably from being kicked in. There's a crude hasp made of bent nails in the door. Looks like the bandits have just been locking it with a padlock from the outside when they leave. Lock them in. You quietly lock the door from the outside. You definitely got the upper hand at this point. What's your next move? Arrest them. A muffled voice says, "The law, get 'em, boys," and then, "Tarnation, we're locked in." You hear a chorus of defeated sighs. Hand over your weapons. Nice! You weren't fooling me, chat. You hear a quiet but heated discussion inside. Eventually, a voice says, "Alright," and some pistols fall out the window. Oh, I told them, toss out your weapons and I won't arrest you, too, because I'm hornswoggling them. So we have a bandit pistol, which is just a basic weapon. Another one, and then the Desert Gang's 6-gun, which just does extra +1 moxie. Well, sure, fine, good enough for me. Just kidding, I'm still gonna arrest you. The voice says, "Aw, dang it. You're out of the gang and haul them back to Dirtwater. That's the house in the gang. The house in the Desert Gang, alright. All except for the house, that is. Did it get away? What was I supposed to... Nah, I'm just messing with you. Here's your reward. Justice is served." I guess what I'll do now is the abandoned pickle factory, just to get my level up stronger so that I'll be able to use... I might stand a better chance of killing the Santa Chordata boss. That being said, now that I know how to beat them, maybe I'll have a better chance. But if I get rid of the turlet pistol and replace it with the Desert Gang 6-gun, then that will be more helpful for killing the skeletons. So let's try it. Let's do the old mission. Let's try that boss again. And, we'll be able to pick up the disposable binoculars. Oh, I should also probably travel to Fort Cowardice real quick. And climb up to the top of that one tower so that I can... use the disposable binoculars on up there and potentially unlock new sites. What is this? Can I... Is there a skill that I can learn, like Skull Ease? There's probably an X-Files joke in there somewhere. Let's try killing this boss this time. Fight them. Rats. Okay, so... this time, instead of... let's see... I can also deploy a snake, but that will cost me an action point. Let's see. I'll do this fight without using the snake. What we'll do is we'll need to spend 2 rounds killing the skull, unfortunately. But this will go a little bit faster, I think. We'll reproduce with Gary to give myself a little bit of extra advantage here. And then I might be able to get through this fight. So my thoughts are, I've killed the skull. And now I need to focus on killing everything else. The shoot nanny skill has betrayed me pretty dramatically. But I'm not going to just go ahead and throw away a bad idea just because it didn't work the first time. So we're going to use the shoot nanny again and hope that it actually hits a lot of these things. That was still pretty shitty. It missed half the time, so it would have been better for me to use the focused attack instead. I didn't even hit the thing that I wanted to hit because it didn't hit the ribcage at all. So that is absolutely frustrating. But we'll deal with it. It's fine. So, oh, I can't hit the pelvis until I hit this arm bone anyway, which I'll be able to kill though, so that's really good. So maybe it will be best. Okay, let's keep focusing on this, on the rib cage, because I eventually want to kill the thing that can hit me with magic attacks. And the rib cage doesn't actually have a whole lot of health, so I might be able to win this fight at this point, as long as these attacks keep whiffing. My moxie stat is very high, so maybe that's helping me actually dodge things more than I thought they would. Still, this is looking kind of tight. At half health, I'm not too crazy about where I am. I should be able to kill the left arm bone though, and once I do that, the rest of the fight should go pretty quickly, because these guys can't seem to be able to hit me at all. I do know that in the Kingdom of Loathing, if you got your moxie stat high enough, you could do what was called safe traveling, which is where no matter what, the enemies could never actually harm you in a certain zone. So maybe that's still persistent in this game. It looks like I've got the fight more or less won at this point, though. So take that, Santa Chordata. I think that Chordata means, well, corazon means heart, and considering that words don't work by them sounding vaguely like each other, I have no idea what the hell Chordata means. It almost sounds like a food, but I don't know, a gross one? Like one with lots of bones? Okay, cool, so this boss fight went alright, except for the fact that both Gary and Gary's child have died. But, they're replaceable. Like Gary said, goblins don't really die. So I got Santa Chordata's skull and Santa Chordata's ring. Her ring is probably pretty useless. This ring makes you feel like you can be in multiple places at once. And this skull has had a real on-again, off-again relationship with the rest of Santa Cortata's skeleton. Funny. Alright, nothing else to be found in this location. Let's do... I'm saving Saint Pope for the end. Let's do Saint Beefus here. Cortada means cut. Ah. Not very knife-like. Geez, they really knew how to build heavy stone sarcophaguses back in the day. Open it. You grunt and strain and force the heavy stone sarcophagus lid open. There's a skeleton inside. Holy crap, his bones are huge! Fortunately, he appears to be asleep. Wake him up. Holy crap, he's huge. It looks like he's only got the single life bar, though, and I might be able to basically put this fight under before he gets a single attack off. Dealing 1-to-1 damage. Thanks, Gary, you really pulled through for me. Oh, man. Well, Gary served his purpose. Funny death animation, too. The bigger they are, the harder they excommunicate. St. Beefus's finger. St. Beefus was so big that he had more bone in his little finger than most people have in their entire arm. St. Beefus's thigh. It's a melee weapon. St. Beefus's legs were so big he had to sit in 2 chairs at a time. 2 muscle, 10 maximum HP. That's a pretty good melee weapon. A lot better than this thing. What are my other melee weapons? Most of them are crap, but an extra 10 health is pretty great. Does it? Yeah, it's just a total passive there. My health is now 65. That's really good. Cool. Let's move on to the last one and the greatest one. Same. Let's try killing the skull pile. I can probably kill it. Kick it over. Kick him. Okay, this time I'm not gonna shoot Nanny. I'm just gonna kill him. I might also want to consider deploying a snake. Let's do that. I'm gonna deploy a snake as an extra little helper. Or not. But the more the merrier. Let's just fight this entirely as summons. Okay, my summons better kick some ass. I'm so pissed off right now. Well, I guess I'm gonna summon another snake. Oh my god. Well, shut up. I don't even want to know anything about whiffs right now. It's just completely unacceptable to me. What was even the point? Snakes suck in real life. They're not supposed to suck in video games too. I might be able to kill one of these things the next time I fight them. This fight sucks. And I'm not killing the Pope until I've killed all of the skulls that defend the Pope first. There is a decorum that must be kept. I have honor here. Are the minions bugged? No, the minions suck. That's what's wrong with the minions. They're terrible. I assume their attack stats are just like in the dirt bad. Alright, well, and I lost a day too, so not the end of the world. I just lose out an achievement I wasn't gonna be able to get anyway. Alright, where do I go from here? Ooh, Snakepit mine. Don't mind if I do. We'll check that out. And see if anything happens along the way. Shaggy Dog Cave. Yeah, we'll come back to that later. Let's check out Snakepit mine first. Oh, a digging hole. Quite big. Much a lot of digging must be. Do goblins mine for metal? Some, not much. Not like human digging it all up. But metal is full of many uses. Hitting with hammer, making better hammer. Sure. It's an exposed meat vein. Cool. Unrefined meat nugget and 59 meat. You look at the mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does. Ask Gary to explain it to you, or explain it to Gary. Let's explain it to Gary. Hi, Gary. What? I just want to tell you about this mining stuff. Okay. So this first machine here, this is an automatic rock, sulfur, or pyrite. These are all rock types. This is an automatic, rock. Oh. Bifurcator. Gary stares at you blankly. Move on to the next machine. And this thing over here, this thing is used to extract mixed peat and then dissolve it. Gary sighs. Keep going. And this third machine, this is a ferrous gravel slosher. It converts jack rock into seismic resin. You got a perk. Minesplainer. Oh, God. Oh. You sure do think you know a lot about mining. You're a real expert. You'll gain XP when you interact with mining stuff. Now to finishing? Yes. Whoa, man. Alright. We'll get back to mind-splaining next time. Thanks for watching.